In this video, I want to talk about something that's a little bit different than tennis equipment. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Brody Taylor. I've been working in a retail tennis store for the past 7+ years, and I've also been doing this YouTube channel almost exactly a year now. I started back in December of 2023, and at the time of recording, we're in December of 2024. So I bring this up because one thing that I've noticed after working with so many people, as well as just playing for about the same amount of time, if not a little bit more than the time I've worked in the store, is that there is a lot of tennis misinformation in the tennis community. That's one of the reasons why I made this channel, so that I could help to get rid of that and just to give the knowledge that I have gained over my many years of working with people directly in terms of fitting them for gear, making sure that they are having the least chance of injury possible, and just sharing what I've learned. Now, within that time, I've also just obtained my Master Racquet Technician certification, which is basically the certificate or certification here in the US saying, hey, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to rackets and strings and all that. So that's been pretty cool. I'm one of like 560 in the world last time I checked the data, which I was like, interesting. But one thing I always notice, especially with tennis, is that there isn't very much community built around it, or the community was starting to decline. If you go to certain clubs, or if you belong to a club, then you may have certain groups of people that you always are playing with and you're always talking to. Sometimes those can become your best friends. But if you look online, unless you're going into like forums or anything, then where it's more of like kind of people discussing back and forth, and then sometimes it just gets ugly and you're like, maybe not. So one thing I want to do with this channel, especially with how much commenting and engaging it is on my videos that I talk about, so that way we can discuss and come to the best solution possible for everyone, is I was trying to find some place that all of us could get together, whether we hang out in there, whether we just talk in there, we post what's working for us, what we're noticing, and we're just having a discussion. So that way we can see what's going on, so that way we can get rid of the misinformation that's in the tennis community. So I was looking for a while for a place to actually do this, and I think I finally found one. So the place that I'm going to essentially start my own online community is going to be on this website, and it is called School. Now, I know it sounds just like regular school, but it is spelled differently, so it is a different thing. I know, I was confused too when I first saw it, but the thing about School is that this community, because it is so new and I'm going to be starting it, this is going to be from the ground up built by us. We are tennis players, and we can talk about whatever we want, whether it be gear, rackets, shoes, strings, or anything going on, tennis, coaching, or anything. I want to build this out to be as big as it possibly can and have as many tennis players in there as possible, so that way we can see what's going on in the tennis community right now, see what's working for other people, and just be able to help a lot more people with their gear. Whereas before, it's kind of more like sectioned off, and you have to sift through a bunch of different things people are saying in order to actually figure out what's going to work for you specifically. So with the School group, right now, like I said, it is still kind of starting out, and I'm wanting to get it going. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a link down in the description of this video, as well as the pinned comment in the comments. The link will be there to join the School group, and that way you'll have access to me. You can talk in there. You can make a post, and then the other people in the group will be able to comment on that. We all like it, and then we can all have discussions on there. And this, because it is so user-friendly, we can discuss what we want to do. If you guys want me to host a Zoom call once a week to go over specific topics, or any specific topic I think would be very interesting for us to cover for that week, I can do that. Or if we get a big enough audience or a big enough group of people in there, then I could go out, and since I'm the one that is technically owning the School group, or just the maker of the channel, we could potentially bring in other people that we may not be able to talk to before. Like, say we bring in Tennis Nerd, if you've heard of him, or we bring in Carousel from Carousel HQ, who's a touring pro right now, or just any other people like that, whether it be on the YouTube side, whether it just be in tennis in general. We see if we can maybe get Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Rafa Nadal, one of the big three in here, that'd be insane. But with a large enough group of people, I feel like they may want to do it just so that way that they could also give back to the tennis community. So that's what I want to do. I think school is going to be a great way to go. And the best thing about it that I have found with it is that with this school group, with how much we'll be able to talk, with how much we'll be able to just message back and forth, we'll not only have a community of all of us together to where we can always go to in case anything's going on in terms of our tennis game or just in general, but we'll just have an actual community, almost like our own little club online, rather than having to go out, drive from your house, drive from wherever you're at, go to the club, drive back, deal with the weather, and deal with all that. Now, we can't necessarily play tennis in there unless we figure out like some app we can do. Maybe we host tournaments. That might be cool. But either way, we'll have our own tennis school group, have our own tennis community, have our own tennis club online. And I think it's going to be really cool. I personally do want to get this, with YouTube being kind of the start. I do personally at some point in the future want to get an actual tennis, just I'll say club for myself in physical location. I think that would be amazing. And I want to do it. And I just want to build a lot of them, have like our own academy. And then this is just the start. We get starting online so that we can all get together and just go from there. And the best part about this is that besides all the talking, besides all the Zoom calls, everything that we're going to build together, because I'm going to need help with this. I'm going to need to know what you guys want to see, and you guys are going to and I'm going to hope that you guys are going to tell me what you want to see so that I can make sure that I can get that for you. And the best part about it, unlike most other clubs where you do have to pay like an activation fee, a membership fee, a pay to play, or rent your court time, the best thing about this is that it is going to be absolutely and completely my favorite 4-letter F word, free. There is going to be no payment. You do not have to pay at all to get into this. This is going to be a free group, so that way we can all just get in there, have a great time, see what's going on, and just get rid of all the misinformation and get the actual information that's out there from the people that have it to the people that need it. So, that being said, I hope to see you inside the school group. I can't wait to see how big we build it. And, as always, take care.